Good morning, family. I hope all is well with everyone. This is going to be our June garden tour, and I'm doing it this morning because we had some very severe weather last night. Tornado watch, flash flood warning that we're still under right now. So I want to come out here with you guys and see what happened to the garden last night, what condition it's in. So actually, it really doesn't look too bad. Still got my blueberries here that are needing some attention. Got my citrus. This one's looking great. It's got some new pine straw under it, and it's made a world of difference. This one's still looking the same. Has a lot of weeds and stuff growing in it that I need to tend to. I got my strawberries here, and I'm gonna tell you guys, these strawberries get plenty of flowers and baby fruit, and then they just disappear. One thing, it's mushy. It's mushy out here. See all the flowers and the baby strawberries? So I decided something must be eating them. So that's why I have this one covered and this one is not. I want to see if that's what's happening. So if I start getting strawberries over here, then I'll know that the birds, the multitude of birds I have here at my house is the problem. All right. Here's my squash and bean bed. My ground cherries are right here. Y'all, they're not getting any taller. Maybe bushier, maybe, definitely not taller. But they're making plenty of ground cherries, which is interesting and alarming to me at the same time. I figured they'd be big by now, but they're just not. I'm not sure what's going on. I got this zucchini right here that I've been staking, as you can see. I had to add an additional wooden stake to the green stake because the plant was getting a little bit too much for the stake. And I've been watching carefully to see if I see any, ooh, excuse me, a bug was on me. If I see any evidence of squash bugs, because I've heard that squash bugs are less likely when you stake your zucchini like that. We shall see it. I shall keep you updated, but I got some babies. I'm starting to wonder if something is going on with this plant because the leaves are not redirecting themselves up as quickly as I think they should. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this one. Either way it goes, I put some more seeds down already, so we shall see. There's another squash plant hiding down here. It's not doing nothing. I don't know. I've come to the realization that yellow squash just don't thrive in my area. I can get plenty of zucchini. Yellow squash, I haven't gotten one yet, so maybe I should just stop trying. Anyway, this is a bean plant that was supposed to be a bush plant, but as you can see, yeah, I don't think they put the right seeds in the right packets. So I thought about transplanting these over to my cattle panel trellis, but I said, nah. So yesterday before all the rain came, I just put some seeds down over there. So we'll see if we get anything. I think this might be a yellowneck squash right here. See how just piddly it is? And there's no female flowers. I don't know what's up with that. This is a cocozelle squash, I think. It's beautiful. It's the first time I've ever gotten a squash that looks like it's going to thrive on it. So we shall see. And it's got variegated leaves, I do believe. This is not any kind of mildew or anything like that. Coming around the corner, I've got a combination of black beans, black-eyed peas, that are also kind of confusing to me because you see that? Yeah, I don't think that's a bush bean either. And all of these beans in this bed are supposed to be bush varieties. That's why I put them here. You live and you learn. Next year I'll plant them somewhere else. They'll probably be bush beans next year when I plant them somewhere else. Anyway, it's fine. Got another zucchini plant right here. See how the leaves are redirecting themselves a lot better on this one? Yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway, I put some more seeds down right here and right here. So it's, you know, it's squash bug time. So it's actually past squash bug time. By now, I would have had more evidence that they were here. So I think staking does help, but I don't know if it's going to be completely preventative. We shall see. And all these are blue lake green beans. I harvested a whole bunch of them and just had a whole bunch of green beans for dinner not too long ago. And there's plenty of flowers. Plenty of flowers. Plenty of flowers. So I'll be getting some more green beans soon. I've been doing some maintenance on this tomato bed right here. I took out a lot of the flowers because they were just really overpowering. This one's still here for now. But you better behave if you want to stay. Okay. This tomato right here, see this one? It looks very diseased and very piddly. So I tried to remove most of the diseased looking leaves, but I need to maybe just take it all the way out because it looks diseased all the way up to the top. See that? I don't know if it's because it's been hiding back here behind the flowers and just didn't get enough airflow or sun. I don't know, but it was over here, and so I pushed it over there so it won't be so close to my other plants because the rest of them look great. There's plenty of weeds I need to pick, and that'll get worse because we're getting rain like for the next week every day. But I'm trying to keep it maintained. I'm trying to keep them staked up. They're looking really good. I've been using these little plant clips to keep them attached to my trellis wall right here, and that's working really well. Basil plants are doing great. Beautiful flowers. I love basil flowers, you guys. I need to come out here soon and do a little bit more staking. And I'm surprised because this year I actually got some full-size tomatoes. Normally, in the last about 3 years, I haven't been able to grow any full-size tomatoes, but these are the Purple Cherokee, I think is what they're called, and they're doing good. I did see online that they do good in my zone, which is zone 8. It used to be 8A. I think it might have changed to 8B last year. I'm not 100% sure, but it's very hot and humid here, and other tomatoes really didn't do well, but these are doing all right. They could be doing better, but they're doing all right. I have noticed that some of the flowers are turning brown. See that? How it's just brown and crusty? I don't know what's up with that. But, I mean, we got a few, so I'm hopeful. And if I get more, then I will continue to grow these. This is also a Purple Cherokee. Oh, there's one right there. It's got one on it. So, you know, I think they're doing pretty good. And you know, my cherry tomatoes always show out. I've been harvesting cherry tomatoes like crazy. And as I've already said, I have abundance of birds in my yard and in my neighborhood. And I love tomatoes that don't turn red because the birds have not figured out that they're ready to eat when they're orange and yellow. So I can leave them on the vine to ripen without the birds bothering them. Now my red ones, which are, I think right here, my red cherry tomatoes, I have to take those off before they turn completely red or the birds will pick at them. So I like growing different varieties of tomatoes for that reason. And they're looking great, you guys. All right, let's spin around here. Ooh, it's a jungle back there. Uh-oh. I'm gonna take y'all back there. Don't worry. Here is my cottage garden flower bed. And I've learned a lesson. They look beautiful. I've had to take some out of here as well because they were getting too tall, and we had a storm last week and the storm kind of blew them over. So it looks a little bit more airy right here because I removed some, but look how tall they are, y'all. And I've learned something from this. I should not be planting something this tall on this side of my trellis because I think it's decreasing the amount of sun the things on the trellis are getting. And that may be the reason why the things on this side are not growing as fast. But I will show you that in just a second. But we have plenty of beautiful sunflowers. Not as many cosmos because they really blew over. I think I only have one more cosmo left. I'm not bothered by that. I enjoy looking at them, but they're not really a good cut flower for me. They're too delicate. They come and go too fast. They don't last long enough for me. So anyway, you gotta try it to know though, right? All right, this is my patio, patio, it's a determinate tomato, and the basil is outgrowing it. But the tomatoes are big and beautiful. I got some off last night. This is some pruning that I did on my zucchini and some disease looking tomatoes. This was empty last night. Look at all the water. Y'all see that? It's halfway full of water. So it really showed out last night as far as the rain. But it doesn't seem like the wind did too much. Look at that. Way down. And over there too. Yes, lots of pears on my tree. This is another patio variety, and it's not doing as great as the other one. Neither is the basil. I would say it may be because of all the grass growing in it, but I don't think so. I was watering this plant one day last week, and it just filled up with water, and the water just sat there. And so something's going on with the dirt in this one. And I think that's why this one doesn't look as good as the other one. But it's fine. It's live, so hey. All right, y'all, so this is what I was talking about. Y'all see how less growth I have on this side compared to this side? I think it's because it's getting a little bit more shaded out from all the flowers that are over there. So I'm going to try not to grow flowers like that over anything that's going to be this tall in this bed anymore, because I have to allow for growth on my trellis. So it'll probably be bush beans if I can find any that are actually bush beans, and things like that, or maybe watermelon. It's supposed to be watermelon growing down here, but that didn't work out. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to keep that in mind for the future. These are some dead head flower heads that I was getting yesterday as well. And I've been having fun coming out here reminding the beans, gently reminding them that they have to go this way. That's kind of fun to me. And that's a yard-long bean. I didn't realize what this was. That's a yard-long bean, y'all. Look. Aw, cute. Yeah, I found out about yard-long beans this year, and I decided to grow some. And they're doing good. So I just take them, and once they get on there, they do their own thing. And it's almost like when they start trellising, they just grow faster. So I've got yard-long beans growing all the way up here. Yeah, I really like that. And they really have beautiful, I'm sorry, I keep getting my finger in the way, y'all. They have beautiful flowers. Look at that. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, that's beautiful. All right, coming on down. I think this might be a cucumber or cucamelon. I'm not 100% sure. That's a weed. Have you ever seen this type of weed before? You touch it and it folds into itself. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this and I'm gonna see if it does it. But I've always been just fascinated by that plant. It also folds up at night sometimes, which is interesting. I don't remember what this is, but something's eating it. I think it's a green bean plant. Yeah, it's a pole bean plant. Once some things that I tried to put here didn't come up, I put down, y'all couldn't even see it. I put down some pole beans and they're starting to come up. And this is a watermelon that I've been trying to train to go up here, and every time I come back, it's doing what it wants to do. So let's try. Okay, that one's connected. So this one that's being hard-headed. So let's see if we can get it to do right. And then last night before the rain came, I put some of those bush/pole beans that were over here. So I believe I put black bean and black-eyed pea plants over here last night. So hopefully they'll start coming up. I also put some over here. Once again, I tried to plant the same thing on both sides. So we've got some pole beans are coming up, and they're just attaching themselves to the sunflowers. Watermelon, and it's doing good. It's going all the way up to here, if you can see that. I don't know how this random squash plant got here. I must have just accidentally dropped it, but it's, it's piddly. Watermelon again, and this one, is this a watermelon? This might be a cucumber. I'm not sure. Anyway, I've been having a hard time training this one to go up as well. It's not catching on for some reason. Y'all see that squash bowl? I seen something online that says there's good and bad ones. I don't know if that's true or not. But I don't want it here. They will wreak havoc on your zucchini. They will wreak havoc on your squash. They will wreak havoc on your tomatoes and your cucumbers. If you see them, annihilate them. Okay. I believe this is a cucumber. It feels like a cucumber. It's prickly. Okay, then we got another yard-long bean right here. Another cucumber maybe right here that's doing good. It's trellising well. It's actually way over here. Surprise. I'm gonna leave it. It went that way. Pole beans that I put down when this was empty. And then I got like some cucamelon plants. They are so like tiny and delicate. But look, I got a little cucamelon right there. And that plant's growing up. It's attached itself to the sunflower as well. So there's another one right here underneath all these weeds. This plant is just so delicate. That's kind of strange to me. But we're gonna see what it does. All right, let's keep going around the corner. This one is getting a little long, ain't it? Hopefully I'm not making y'all sick, moving y'all around too much. All right, y'all. I'm learning something. Y'all are learning with me. Before I talk about that, let's turn around this way. This is my sunflower lane, I call it, and they're all doing beautifully. But I put these here because I had extra plants and nobody seemed to want them, so I just put them here. But I think the same thing. If I didn't have these here, my other things would be growing better because they would be getting much more sun. Possibly. I don't know. I'll have to keep that in mind for next year. And over here we got our corn. I don't know what was eating them. I don't know if it was rabbits. I don't know if it was, what do you call them? Geese. Something was eating them. And then last week, the bad weather blew some of them over. As you can see, that one's laying over. And looks like this might be the only area that was affected by the weather last night. Because see those two? They weren't like that yesterday. But I will say these corn plants are resilient. They keep growing back, even though something keeps eating them. And so, yeah, these are those same weeds that I told you guys about that will fold up on themselves when you touch them. And they'll fold up on themselves at night. I tried to get a hoe in here and see if I can kind of get rid of some of it, and it wasn't doing nothing but probably spreading more seeds. So I said, I think I'm going to leave it. Unless I have the time and energy to come out here and pick them by hand. And just see what happens. And I think this is because, I moved the dirt this year. So it hadn't had time to really get to the point where I needed to be, like the other beds, where there's not a whole bunch of seeds and random plants and stuff like that. Because as you can see, the same thing is happening right there. But not really too much in the walkway. So I'm trying to decide if I just need to do a little bit more work over here with the dirt, during the winter time to get it to the point where the other ones are, or if I need to put a border around these, because I don't mind putting more cinder blocks around these as well. And then I might actually like that better. I have to decide, but this area over here is kind of wild right now, and I don't really like that. So, but the plants look good. My okra over there are doing great. You see those? Those are all okra plants. I thinned those out, and I still have about 20 plants, and that's good. But they probably would be doing better if they didn't have so much competition from all these other weeds. So anyway, we still got a little bit more work. And as you can see, we still got a little water retention over here, but it's not anywhere near as bad as it used to be. And that's something that we will continue to work on as time goes on. And yeah, that's my in-ground garden area. And as you guys can see, I just makeshift put that there to keep whatever was going over there eating stuff. This is going to be my greenhouse eventually, y'all. I got the cattle panel that I want to put on top of it in order to put plastic, but I don't know when that's going to happen. My pear tree is doing wonderfully. It's got plenty of pears. My peach tree is doing wonderfully. It's growing. It's got plenty of peaches, but the birds and the bugs are enjoying them this year because I don't know what I'm doing. This pear tree didn't get any pears, and my mother-in-law brought it to my attention that maybe it's not getting pollinated. When I bought it, and I don't even remember what it is, I'll have to go back to my video that I posted when I planted them. On the tags it said that these two pear trees pollinate each other, but it could be that that was not the case. So I might need to buy another one of these, or I might need to start over with something else because I really don't like how big it is. This is not what I wanted over here. I wanted something that was going to stay kind of small and manageable. And this one is really not that. So I don't know. We'll see. And there goes my other peach that's doing good as well. And we're going to come this way and we're going to look at some things I have over here on my patio. And my husband's doing some work outside, so his saw is right here. But here are my sweet potato plants that I planted, and they're doing good. My husband accidentally sprayed them with some plant killer when he was killing the weeds right here, and I almost took them out, but I was able to chop off the part that was dying before it got too far up onto the plant, and now they're doing great. He's fixing on our fence, y'all. That's why there's wood and saws, noises, and all that. All right, and here are my zinnias in my flower garden. They're babies still, but they're coming up. We got them all the way down. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Look at that, y'all. I don't know. I think the rain might have did this to these poor little babies. So, see if I can get them back up. Oh, I don't know, because this one looked like it's been eaten by something. This situation over here has been a little frustrating to me, but it's new. I'm just developing it this year. So, you know, sometimes when something's new, it comes with frustrations, right? But see that? Something ate that. So, y'all know we have rabbits. We have frogs. We have geese. That's part of the reason why my husband's over there fixing our fence to try to keep the geese out. Also, when it rains really heavy, I believe that the water comes this way. And I can kind of tell, because see how it's, you can tell that water's ran through here last night. So that could be part of the problem. You can see that the water really ran through here. Yes, it really did, because there was no dirt over there. And it's washed the dirt down to here. So yeah, it's affected some of my plants for sure. Look at this baby. Okay. All right, so the storms didn't affect the things that I thought it would affect. It affected things I didn't even think about it could possibly be affecting. Interesting, but overall everything's fine. This is my little seating area I'm trying to create. It's pretty wet as well, but overall I think everything looks good. And I hope y'all enjoyed the garden tour, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.